Discover the Finger Lakes, and we welcome you to another adventure in the upstate Finger Lakes region. We are doing episode 5 today, starting episode 5, and we have the Flint Loop Trail to do this month, and there is another trail called Bluecut Nature Trail, which is really neat. I've been there. And then we'll have a surprise at the end of the episode. We're going to explore something about the hunter-gatherers that were up here hundreds and hundreds of years ago. And so we will explore that. But now, we'd like to thank everyone for 40 followers on our Facebook page. And that's really good. We appreciate that, don't we, Brady?
Yes. We do.
And also, we'd like to see more subscribers on Facebook. I mean, on YouTube. Sorry. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and get started with this, and we hope everybody enjoys it as always. If you do, we would like some feedback from everybody, and we'll tell you more later on in the episode. So let's get going with the trails. This is the access point that we entered from off of Ontario Pathways, exactly 250 feet south of the Wheat Road trailhead. And then from there on, we just followed the white triangles that showed the trail. So walking through this trail, I stand corrected. I did not find any white triangular sections. I did find white. And we are coming up now on one of our access points. One of the many access points. And this part right here is access lane near point 19.5 2.0. That's the mile marker. And now we're back on the Ontario Pathways Trail. Now the next access point is near an abandoned road, which is further south from the last mile marker. And so now we are at the access point to where the 488 bypass joins the trail. And I'm sure you remember this if you've seen episode 1. You have the directionals here that shows you where you're at. And this trail goes to 488. And then past this point here, there is an access point at mile marker 19. And then you have the dead end. There are some things to remember about this trail, some quick facts about it. You have the white rectangular shapes to follow. It is maintained to a 3-foot width. However, in some sections it can be a little grown over on both sides of the trail. Subject to flooding during spring, thaw, and heavy rains. And this trail is a seasonal hiking trail only, no mountain bikes. So as you can see, it's a good little walk. We enjoyed it. Flint Creek has some opportunity for fishing, but from what we saw, there wasn't. It was real shallow. Bluecut Nature Center is located on State Route 31 in the town of Newark in Wayne County. Situated on the south side of the road, the entrance is just east of a railroad overpass. The railroad tracks run through Bluecut's property. name Bluecut Nature Trail dates back to 1853 when a cut was made through the drumlin, while building a nearby railroad. The burning shale had a bluish cast when exposed. Today, this wildlife refuge covers over 40 acres. A 1-hour hike would cover the 1.5 miles of loop trails. The blue marked time study trails begins in a planted 20-year-old pine forest and climbs a drumlin formed 11,000 years ago by glaciers. The green marked forestry trail leads through the pine plantation. The orange marked wildlife trail exhibits various habitats including a wetland, woods, fields, and mowed grass strips. A drumlin, from the Irish word droim nin, little ridge, first recorded in 1833, and in the classical sense is an elongated hill in the shape of an inverted spoon or a half-buried egg, formed by glacial ice acting on underlying unconsolidated till or ground moraine. It gave us a little bit of a workout, as you can saw earlier, but we did fine. Some other things to consider of this trail is when you get to the top of the drumlin, there are signs posted to stay on the trail. Do not go past the signs, because on the other side of the signs, somewhere beyond the woods, is the county sheriff's office, and they have a shooting range there. So it's highly advised to stay on the trail. Also, trail is for hiking and snowshoeing and cross-country skiing, walking, viewing wildlife, but it's not for mountain biking. So just remember that when you go there. And it's very, very scenic. at a place that I think you might like. It's called Lamoka site, and supposedly about 8,000 years after the Ice Age, this was the beginning place of the hunter-gatherers. We're going to check this out, see what we can find, and try to get all the information for you. We hope you enjoy it. The Lamoka site, or simply Lamoka, is an archaeological site near Tyrone in Schuyler County, New York, that was named a National Historic Landmark in 1961. According to the National Park Service, this site provided the first clear evidence of an archaic hunting and gathering culture in the northeastern United States, 3500 BC. The first professional excavations at the site were conducted between 1925 and 1928 by the Rochester Museum of Arts and Sciences, now the Rochester Museum and Science Center. Additional excavations at the Lamoka site were conducted by the New York State Museum in 1958 and 1962, by the Buffalo Museum of Science in the 1980s, by the Utica College in the 1990s, and Rutgers University in 2000. Part of the archaeological site is protected in the Lamoka Wildlife Management Area. In 2006, the remaining portion of the site was purchased for preservation by the Archaeological Conservancy. Now, some of the points that they found: stone net sinkers, ground stone, and polished stone tools, including beveled edges, hammer stones, bone tools, knives, hooks, and animal bones, primarily white-tailed deer. So that concludes episode 5. We hope you enjoyed the walking trails, and we hope you enjoyed the wildlife management here. There was not really a whole lot to see, but I can tell you that it's beautiful here. It's near Tyrone, New York. It's a small little village. There's not probably not a whole lot to see, but when you come here to this place, I think you're going to like it. There's fishing here. There is an archaeological site, but there's nothing really to see. But those people were here about 8,000 years after the Ice Age, in the Archaic period. So a little bit of history. And they have, they've excavated. I can't say. That's a hard word to say. Archaeologists have been here, and they have found things here, and that's okay with us. We didn't really see a whole lot, but it's here, and for everybody to come see. So anyway, we hope you enjoyed the Flint trails. We hope you enjoyed Bluecut Trail, and we hope you enjoyed what we could show you here. Next month, October, is going to be different, isn't it, Brady?
Yeah.
It's going to be a lot different than what we've done. We just hope you don't get creeped out by it. That's all I want to say about episode 6. You'll just have to watch it and see. So, until next month, for October, this is James Kinney.
And Brady Hill.
And we'll see you next month on Discover the Finger Lakes. Bye.